Hi, everybody out there. Ronnie Bincer, your friend, the Hangout Helper, running our TNT Bootcamp. And by the way, TNT stands for Tools and Techniques. And we're talking about tools and techniques to help you identify influencers and to become an influencer. So, along with me is my co host. She's going to be here in just a moment. We're going to be featuring a very special guest, someone that I've known for quite some time on Google. Her name is Jaana Nystrom, and I'm was trying to get the name right, but I do know that the first name, Jaana, is definitely a good way to pronounce it. Jaana, can you explain and help us understand your pronunciation?
That went really well, Ronnie. I'm very proud of you
Oh,
because Finnish names for English speakers can be a mouthful, and especially me with the double vowel and the umlaut and the crazy U vowel in my name, so it's actually Jaana Nyström because the first part is Finnish and the second part is Swedish name actually. So because with our neighbors here, it's a bit of a mix-up with names and people and everything.
okay, but Jaana is someone that you should definitely find out about, and that's why we're doing the show here today. And just as a reminder to tell people where we've come and how we're moving along in our series, we had started with the different tools, and then we shifted over to the idea of interviewing people that are influencers and asking them a couple standard questions and then engaging the conversation further into their particular area of influence or specialty. And so, Christine, I'm not sure if you're ready. Why don't you sort of chime in? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yes, I
Okay.
had to call Comcast and have them send a reboot to me, but they did, and I'm back.
Well, fantastic. So please introduce yourself just so everybody remembers who you are, and then we'll get going with Jaana.
I'm Christine DeGraff. I'm one of the co-founders of Circlescope and one of the co-hosts here of TNT Bootcamp, and we are so happy to have Jaana here today. And I wish I would have gotten to talk to you in the green room, but I got booted out.
Well, I
Well,
almost did too. So because I had Wi-Fi problems, so I had to change from a router to a mobile 4G device too here in the meantime, and my Logitech camera was playing tricks on me and everything. So I was like, no, this can't be happening.
It's always something. It's always something.
well, we love the technology when it works, and it's always a challenge when it's a little bit of a issue, but we did make it through and we're running the show, so let's get this thing going. So Jaana, I have some questions for you that are standard that we've asked every guest, and we want to ask them to you as well. And we'll start with the first one. When you became an influencer, you started getting a lot of people following you. Then you probably had people bugging you, doing things, trying to get your attention, and we're trying to find out from the influencers what are the things that really bother you so that we can help others that are wanting to do things properly not do the wrong things. So can you explain a couple of the things that really bug you when people try to get your attention?
Number one, sharing posts with me when I'm not interested in the topic whatsoever. So when you when you share a post, when you publish a post, and then there is this God-cursed place where you can check send also email to.
Yes.
Ah! I don't want to look at your family albums because I don't know you from Adam. I don't want to see your business propositions on Google Plus on my personal profile or even on my business pages if my business page is about Google Plus and you try to sell me Facebook coaching. I'm sorry, my some of my fingers are pointing upwards here, but I'm not going to be rude and show them to the camera.
Okay, so
But
in
anyway,
general,
that's how I feel. So whatever you do, unless you are perfectly certain that people don't mind you sending a notification or checking that send also email to box, unless you are absolutely certain, don't do it, because that is spamming, and I hate spam.
So as an influencer, because you've got so many people following you, when people do check that email, also send email, which sends a notification, you're going to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those every day.
And what I had to do is I've had to change my settings already a while back, so that only my extended circles can plus mention me, or I get a notification. Many people use it like only their circles can do it, but because I try to help people in using Google+, so I want to keep the access to myself more open. And my business pages have full access. They have that everybody can plus mention, and they get a lot of spam. And another thing is event invitations. Why does somebody want to invite my Finnish language page from Finland to an event in Las Vegas, which is not even a hangout, but I mean hangout in real life? Why the heck would they share a post like that with my Finnish page, which is all in Finnish gibberish language? So why? This happened just today. And then what's annoying too is you get a lot. I have had days when on my Google Plus helper page, sorry, which is now, that was the old name, G Plus expertise page, if I get, let's say, 50 notifications, 25 can be spam. So you will be reported and you will be blocked. And because I have connections, my blocks and reports carry a lot of weight. So please,
Jaana, do you think that a lot of people, I mean, I know that you, help a lot of people and a lot of people are new. Do you think that most of that is people who just really don't know, as opposed to people who are trying to, spam?
Yeah, it can be. It can be that they just don't realize what it's doing. And for the first-timers, because I have written a blog article, several, about the topic, so for the first-timers, and when I actually think that this may be an accident, I explain to them what they are doing and why they shouldn't be doing, and I add the link to my blog article, which explains really well with screenshots what you shouldn't do. But when I get businesses doing it, and several times, then it's block, report, rinse, and repeat.
Okay, let me bring up a couple of quick comments because I think they're funny. Here's one reason why Christopher Volgeman's saying you might want to go, because Las Vegas is warmer than Finland.
Hey, yeah, if they pay my fare, I don't mind at all.
And then he's also pointing out the Koreans like spam. It's in their grocery stores.
We don't have the brand spam in Finland.
You don't, but you do have.
No.
I saw a little deal down below where your lower third was. You had a little can of spam there.
Yeah, the one I tried. Yeah, but that's in English. But we have actually.
What's it called? The processed meat in a can in Finland.
That is, we call it nötkötti because it's naudan ja sianliha.
Okay.
Naudan ja sianliha, so it's actually beef and pork processed. And in Finnish, most of the words are really long, so we call it broken Swedish nötkött, which is its name in Swedish.
Okay, so
Finland is a bilingual country.
let me ask the other side of the question. When someone does something that you've never met, and they get your attention, how is that happening? What are they doing that somehow gets your attention that you decide, this is someone I want to follow, or this is someone I want to see what they're doing and check them out?
If it's somebody I'm not following already, then of course I don't see their posts because I don't get their posts in my home stream unless if they use hashtags which interest me because every day I search Google Plus with different hashtags, with different keywords, looking for interesting topics and people. I do a lot of searches, so people should use hashtags if they wish to be noticed. But the best way is to comment on posts and leave intelligent comments, not "Hi!" H and 1 million eyes or whatever. And intelligent discussion, that is something that really gets my attention. And I tend to post about lots of different topics because on my pages I post about Google Plus and blah, blah, blah. But on my personal profile I post about everything that interests me, and there are quite a lot of things. So it could be scuba diving or flower pictures or squirrels or cats or you name it, or science or whatever. And I really enjoy when I see the same people engaging with different topics. And also, you know, I post quite a lot about Finland, my hashtag Finland in your stream. I use that one, and I get quite a lot of engagement. And I have actually met so many nice people from all around the world, from very different climates like Australia and Florida and South America and South Africa. And it's so interesting to compare, for instance, the climate and the winter weather and what type of flowers they grow and what is the water temperature there right now and how is the weather. Of course, we moan about the cold weather here in Finland always, but it's really interesting, and I would say that intelligent comments are the best way to catch my attention, because I read all the comments in my posts. I try to +1 each and every one of them.
So intelligent comments on your postings, and even if it's you resharing someone else's post, is that something that you look at?
Yeah, I read everything. I read every comment. I even check the ones that Google has marked spam, and if I don't see that they are spammy, I restore the comments. But I do read the comments. I also do read comments on other people's posts, but because my time is quite stretched around Google Plus, so I wake up to 99 plus notifications every morning, and then when I've gone through, I have another 47 waiting. So I don't very much have time to spend around my home stream looking other people's posts and comments. But I have in my notification or subscription circle, which is another reason why I get quite many notifications, because I have a circle of about 40 people, you're in there, Ronnie, whose every post I get a notification from, because I don't want to miss any of their posts. So I do read also those comments, unless it's like a picture of a cat and there are 470 comments, then I don't read them all.
Okay, so then a quick summary on that, from what I can tell, is an influencer like Jaana, you're going to go to her posts and make intelligent comments there as a way to try to start engaging with her. And then at some point, if those intelligent comments lead you to a relationship building process, there's a much better chance she's going to share your posts, and at some point, maybe even add you to her alert circle, which
exactly. And I'm really weird. I'm really weird in my, should I call, references or sharings or whatever. Often people ask me that, would you like to have an affiliate link or something to something? And I always refuse, because when I like a product, I like Circlescope, I like Circle Count, I like Ronnie. So I share the stuff when I like it and because I like it, not because I have a link which may bring me some money or not. And this is a stand I have taken from the beginning. I don't get money of any post that I share. Even my blogs don't have ads because it's something I make my money somewhere else, not actually on Google Plus. So I'm weird. Maybe somebody can call me stupid, but hey, I'm blonde.
Now, I've seen you use that blonde thing for years, and you are a lot smarter than you put on, but you use that wonderfully when you need to. Said, oh, well, I'm a blonde.
Yeah, exactly.
So you wrote a blog post, how a nobody became a somebody by being helpful. And, well, I would definitely not call you a nobody, and I'm sure you never were a nobody, but, perhaps you weren't known on, now you are known on Google+. You're known as a helpful person. You're known as a top contributor, and so you did that just by being helpful. How did you build that influence?
Well, it started already, in August 2011. I was very into Google+. I hadn't really used social media before, just dabbled a bit on Facebook, and a little bit in Twitter, but I wasn't too keen. And then somehow Google+ just swept my feet from under me. I saw the potential that, for instance, an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, or business, or people who would like to open up their views and look into the world, I saw it as a huge resource, this whole Google Plus thing. And I wasn't far wrong, I would say. And I created sort of tutorial in Finnish about Google Plus. And Google Finland noticed it, and then they verified me already in October, November 2011, and thanked me, and I sort of got more enthusiastic, and then people started complaining because I had, on my personal profile, I had posted in English from the beginning, and people were complaining that Finnish is an impossible language to translate with Google Translate. It comes out gibberish, and I said, yeah, I know. So I had to start doing the tick posts and everything in English too. And then I started, when business pages came, I started which used to be Google Plus Help, and then
there was a little bit of a struggle.
Some contacted me and said, could you please change the name because we want to use that on our page, which is now Google Plus Help. And then it became Google Plus Helper, and now it's G Plus Expertise anyway. So that, because people thought it was official, and I didn't like that either, because I couldn't do anything. But anyway, so that's how it started, and it has this whole place, and my Circleverse, like I call the people who have me circled and who are in my circles, they are my Circleverse. So it's just, I enjoy so much. I sit in a small town in Finland with 75,000 inhabitants. And this here is my window to the world. You're sitting in America, you guys. I'm sitting here in the cold Finland, and we're chatting, and people from all over the world are watching, can be watching later. So this is just brilliant.
It is amazing stuff.
I've learned to know so many great people via Hangouts. It's just incredible. I really do enjoy being here on Google Plus and here with you guys too.
Yeah. Now, one of the things we did a while ago with Pirate Day is I had asked you if you would join me, and you brought out something that really shocked me. Do you have that with you?
Yeah, I do. Hang on.
Okay. You guys are going to like this, I think. All right. There's the hat. There's the eye patch, and
Yeah!
there's the all right. That's scary and wonderful at the same time. So there's a day, I forget exactly what it is now. I think it's in September, but you can correct me on that. It's called International Talk Like a Pirate Day. And Jaana and I, years ago, joined together. I'm in Colorado, she's in Finland, and we did a thing for a couple hours of people coming in and out talking like a pirate. And no, this is not serious, but it was fun. And the ability to do it with this tool, the Hangout tool, is just still amazing to me.
Yeah, it is. So this is not a prop.
But it's not a prop. That's what, if I remember right, that's a Chinese sword, isn't it?
Yeah, I brought it from Hong Kong.
All right.
Heavy, and I brought it in my golf bag.
No, that was probably many years ago when it was a little easier.
It was, yeah, but it's like real wood and real metal and with engravings and carvings and stuff, so it's really nice.
Fantastic. So I'm going to bring up, because he's so prolific here, I'm going to bring up Christopher's another comment here. Is I like the concept of moving from 75,000 inhabitants to your window to the world. Yes.
I like that too, yes.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, Christopher. He is one of the guys I have circled because of his comments.
Right.
Yes, definitely. He's comments on a ton of events, and definitely, he gets noticed. He's doing a great job as well with his. He has a new show.
He's a very good example of somebody who has really caught my attention. Yay, Christopher!
Yeah. Now, I've talked with Christopher for a while about some of these ideas. He is doing something that I think is very, very important for those of you that are interested at all with Hangout thing. He has come and been a participant in the comments for quite some time before he ever even showed up inside of a video. So there is value to going and attending as an external, what I call a non-video guest, and adding in your comments and engaging with the people that are inside the film strip, because that gets your attention. And then many times the people inside the film strip might be influencers, and this is another way to reach out to influencers.
Exactly.
Also, when he launched his new show, he got a lot of support immediately because he was so supportive of everyone else's show. So, I know a lot of people, have been supporting his show as well.
Yeah, exactly. Scratch my back.
It's all about helping each other, I think. Yes.
Right. So let me ask you a couple of questions. Where is it that you focus now, Jaana, when you're on Google+? Is it primarily helping people use the platform? Is it people, pages? Is it a combination? What do you do?
Well, my main task is, as a Google+ top contributor, one of the 15 in the world, it is my area of work is actually the Google+ Help community, where I answer questions. And then I have my own community, the Google+ Helper community, where I also answer questions. And then I have my pages where I also answer questions. And of course, curate posts and everything. I have clients whose whole social media field I control and take care of, from Twitter to Facebook to Pinterest to Google+. And then I have all my lovely Finnish people who, many of them treat me as the whole Google forum in Finnish, because, for instance, Google Drive doesn't have Finnish Help Center. Even the articles are not in Finnish. So I get a lot of questions from the Finns about everything Google, even in Twitter and Facebook. So
do you do Hangouts in Finnish, in the Finnish language?
Yes, I do. I do also Hangouts in Finnish. Not as many as I would have wanted, because now I have been doing a series of Hangouts for my clients where I'm actually hidden behind their logo. So I'm directing and doing all the technical bits and all that sort of stuff. But I do also hangouts in Finnish, and especially if we have social media events in Finland. So we had one quite large one in May, and I did between, was it 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. I did seven hangouts.
Wow.
Live hangouts on air.
So let me ask you, from the perspective of your viewpoint on things, do you think Finland has picked up on Google Plus to the degree that other parts of the world has, or is it still to come?
It's still to come. Finland, I don't know. Finland, 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 why are you so slow?
This is like sounding like Monty Python.
So slow. The businesses don't get Google Plus. The social media coaches don't get Google Plus. Not many people yet get Google Plus. But I'm evangelizing. I'm working my shorts off to try and help people get Google Plus, because it's a free tool, it's a brilliant tool, especially because it's all these different tools have been integrated together, so the Google Plus is the social glue and blah blah blah. But anyway, that is true, and it is something, because for instance in Finland there are so many tens of thousands of small one-person, two-person businesses who don't have a lot of money to put into marketing. So why can't they understand that when they post on Google Plus, they get a sort of micro page to their website every time if they have connected everything in a right way, and that will help them climb up to the first page of the big Google search. And the hashtags work really well. They work also in Google search and everything. So, and this is not a walled garden like Facebook is. And in Facebook, I have friends, you know, from also around the world, but they are friends from friends and so on. But on Google Plus, you can really open up the window to the world and just embrace it. And that is something that not even Twitter can do, and besides the 140 characters, I hate it.
So we only have a couple of minutes left to go. Christine, do you have any final questions for Jaana?
I want to know what Jaana thinks about how much follower count contributes to influence or perceived influence. Do you think that it's important? Do you think that it's something that people put too much importance on?
I rarely think about it. I haven't thought about it the whole time when I started on Google Plus. It has never been important to me. To me has been important the amount of engagement I get. And of course, if you are a business person, the amount of leads you get. So if it's 60K or 600K, I don't know, and especially now the new views, oh, don't pay any attention to them. They are just, you know, BS. Because there are people who have created, or whose photos are used in Chromecast, for instance, and that is always a view, and they get like billions of views. Or there is a guy who has created blogger templates, and he has like 1 billion views and 5 followers. So it's don't look at the views, people. Don't look at the views. Of course, the follower count has some meaning. Let's say that if you say that you are an expert at something and you have been on Google Plus for 3 years, but you have 3,000 followers. And then there is another expert who has been the same amount of time, as long as you have, and they have like 10 times more followers. There must be something there. But it can be just that maybe the other expert is more engaging and has been testing what type of posts people like, what type of posts my audience likes, where is my audience, what time should I post, and everything. But it takes perseverance. It takes perseverance. I have spent, well, almost 3 years, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 300 and something days.
A lot of time.
You notice how she puts that blonde hair up when she...
Don't know that final number.
I have, folks, I say I have worked my butt off to be where I am today. And I have been doing a lot of Google Plus research, and that has been noticed by Google. And I also have been helping without getting any pay the 3 years. So if you think you can do the same, you'll have 300. I don't even know how many people are following me at the moment. But anyway, so you will have lots of followers if you just put yourself out there.
All right, good. Thanks for the summary there. We're going to end the show because we try to keep it right on time. So thank you, Jaana, for being our special guest today. And next week or 2 weeks, when are we doing it?
It's the first Monday of...
First Monday of July.
Yes.
Is
the 7th.
The 7th. This is Chef Dennis Litley, and he's going to be another person that we're going to be interviewing about the way that they do their tech, how they use Google+, how they found it to be valuable, and how people interact with them. So there's other comments that we did not get to live because they all, of course, come fast and furious near the very end of the show. And
I'll go and take a look at them and
right.
comment and ask if there is something for me.
Yeah, we'll take a look at those and try to address those in the comments, in the event, and in the various places where you've been posting. Thank you for watching. If you look down there, there is information to the details where you can see other shows that we've done as part of the series. We've got a video playlist and links to all those different ones. So if there's interest in the topics that we've covered there, please take a look at them and share them with your friends, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Christine, thanks for being with us. And Jaana, we really appreciate you being our blonde Finnish friend.
Very nice being here. Thank you for having me.
You're quite welcome. Okay, bye now, everyone.
Bye.